Shalom, thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. Today I'm telling you how horrible of a month February was. So the story probably starts back in, let's say, November, December, through the end of January. Everything was going smoothly, too smoothly. And this happens, there will be a few months where I'm really saving all my money and I've had no surprises, and I know that will come to an end, and when it comes to an end, it comes to an end. So come the end of January, I wasted my time and I wasted my money going to Phoenix for my temporary visa to move to Mexico. But there's a whole video on that. I'll link it in the description box below. And it has only gone downhill from there. I went to file my taxes early on in February, and I always get a little bit of money back. I owed, between federal and the state of Illinois, $3,000. And I knew I was going to owe because driving for Uber and Lyft, they don't take the taxes out, you have to save your money aside. But I did the math, and they took 20% of my earnings. 20%. I feel like that is a little high. If I were making so much money that I had enough to give Uncle Sam 20%, I wouldn't need to work the side hustles. I wouldn't need a roommate, right? Or if I were being greedy, my bank account would be woo, money! But I assure you, it is not. Shortly after that, I had been grappling with the idea of whether or not I needed to put Pancho down. He was my 16-year-old beagle. I knew the time was coming soon, but I just didn't know when the right moment was. And there was one night, he was just up all night, very, very sick. So I'm like, okay, here we go. In the morning, I called the vet. I took him in to put him down. Obviously, well, let me back up a step. I had to take him to the emergency vet because no regular vet could get him in right away. And he was in pretty bad shape. So I had to pay extra because it was an emergency vet. And then I also had to pay extra to have him cremated because it was a time when it was snowing a lot, very icy. It was very, very cold. There was no way we were going to dig a hole in the yard to bury him. So extra for the cremation. Fast forward to the end of that same week. It was a Saturday. That Friday night, Ruthie, my youngest beagle, started getting very sick. I'll spare you the details so you don't get sick too. Since it was a Saturday, I also had to take her to the emergency vet, which was extra money. I'm pretty sure the same day I had to put Pancho down is the day I had to call a plumber. I think I remember the day because we were teaching online because of all of the ice and snow, so it just worked out that they could come and I didn't have to take off work for it, because the basement floor is there's water seeping up whenever I run the washer. So they came out and fixed it. More on that later. And then last Monday, I already had this planned for Lola, the middle beagle, and Ruthie to go get a dental. So of course the vet gave me a quote that could be between X amount and Y amount, depending on if they need teeth pulled or if they need to do life-saving measures during the procedure or whatnot. So of course, Lola needed 5 teeth pulled. Thanks, Lola. So that was a good chunk of change. So yeah, my everything is hurting. My stomach and my heart because of stress. My wallet, but wait, it doesn't get any better. The pain medicine Lola was on after having so many teeth removed made her sick to her stomach. So I was in contact with the vet the other day, and it still hasn't cleared up, so now she's going to need an antibiotic, which isn't going to be expensive, except for the fact that I already spent thousands of dollars this month. It's really going to hurt. And there's more. I started running a load of laundry for the first time after they came to fix it the other day. Guess what? Water is seeping up out of the floor again. They came back at no charge. They were great. They're honest people. reasonably priced, so it's not on them, it's just a crazy issue. And basically it's out of their realm of work, and I'm going to have to call somebody else with a tiny camera and yada yada yada, and that is going to be an expensive repair. On one hand, I'm thankful that there's been a lot of snow and ice in the area lately, because being able to work from home and then having school canceled 100% one day has allowed me to get some of this stuff taken care of without having to miss work. But on the other hand, I haven't been driving for Uber a lot because I don't want to risk getting into a wreck. For obvious reasons, I would not only not be able to make money, I would then owe money to the insurance company to get that taken care of. And then to conclude, I was able to get another appointment in Phoenix for my visa. There will be a separate video on that, but essentially I had to pay for another flight, another Airbnb, I'll have to pay for another pass to park at the airport, food, yeah. So I'm recording this, I think today is February 26th, so there are only 2 more days for anything to go wrong, but it can't get any worse in March. There's literally nothing else that can go wrong unless I need my appendix removed or something, yeah. But thanks for listening to me. It has been super stressful, so I'm glad it's all behind me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully is a lot happier. I sat down to edit and I realized I forgot to mention 2 things. I went to not 1, but 2 medical specialists in February, and of course, the copay rose at the beginning of the year. And also, I'm not trying to really complain necessarily, just letting you know I'm stressed and telling you why. I know I'm very blessed. I feel very grateful that I have food to eat. I have a warm or cool place to go depending on the temperature outside. It's not like I'm living paycheck to paycheck necessarily, but I have goals for my money, as I think you're aware of, and the emergency expenses just took away from that. But yeah, we're fine, we're powering through.